continuing to ride as you guys are progressing here into the final 2 months of the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think it definitely helps when you have a combination of like familiar faces and also guys that are just excited to come in and be a part of what we got going here. So yeah, it's definitely been a lot of fun, but we definitely still have a lot of baseball left. So just try to keep the momentum going, but stay consistent over the next couple of weeks.
Just how much deeper is the lineup now with the addition of Gino and what Naylor brings to the table?
Yeah, it's deep. There's really no easy pocket, I feel like, for the whole lineup. Anytime it's like 1 through 5 or 6 all has like 20 plus or something. I don't know what it is. And then the bottoms, all has power, all can run, all pesky. So it's just there's no fun parts of it, which is exactly how you want it to be. But it's definitely been a lot of fun to watch so far.
Bryan, taking pictures with 150 kids yesterday and talking and stuff didn't wear you out for your start today?
No, thankfully. Ryan did a good job of taking over most of it. So I just kind of could show up, say hi to some kids, take some pictures, say a few things, and then get out of there. But no, it was fun.
Ryan, what was different about the way you rebounded this start compared to some of those where you have given up those solo home runs and a couple, but today after that first one, just 1 hit and 9 strikeouts?
I don't know. I mean, solo home runs are part of the game now. Obviously, you don't want to give up too many. Last start was definitely frustrating, but just not letting that confidence waver, I think, is the big thing. You're going to give up solo shots. It's just kind of how the game is now. It's as long as they don't come in bunches or you letting guys on and then doing damage. As long as you can minimize that damage, it's what's most important.
You tied your career high in strikeouts today, but also tied your career high in starts. Just what's it been like this season to kind of put those injuries behind you from the past couple of years and also just be that anchor to the starting rotation this year?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like been trying to preach it all year, just consistency. Keeping things as simple as I can, keeping the routine consistent throughout the week, and then, that breeds into consistent starts. So that's really what I've been, most focused on, so definitely happy about it.
I think 7 lefties when you account the switch hitters in their lineup. Just how much more well-equipped do you feel facing lefties compared to maybe your rookie season?
Yeah, I mean, definitely come a long way. I think just overall everything's developed, gotten smarter. Working with, with Cal and Garv and Woody and Trent and everybody, always just trying to find little things to get better. And then, just consistency with being able to establish the fastballs and then also making sure that the off speeds are just as useful. Just little things I think over the last couple of years have made a big difference.
Are there any signs or anything you work on early in the game or even in the bullpen or signs you're looking for with your fastballs early in games, like that you're on, or hey, this one has a little more life to it, or the movement on your two-seamer might be especially good on a given night?
I mean, I guess it's just the command. It's tough to tell before a game. You could have a great bullpen and then just suck in the game, and then vice versa. You could have an awful bullpen and then have your best game ever. Like it's more once kind of the games get going. But even if you do, start the game with a great one, like you still have to stay focused on it because you can lose it just as fast. So I think it's more just the focus to keep your foot on the gas. If things are going well, to not get satisfied and just kind of keep going with it.
How happy were you with the command of your fastball and especially getting ahead of hitters today?
I didn't start off great getting ahead, but did a better job in the back half of the game, and I feel like that's what led to more efficient innings. But that's what it always boils down to is if I'm ahead and feel like I'm in control of the ABs, then gives you the opportunity to go deep in games, and feel like I've been able to do that well.
Josh Naylor's calling card is kind of his bat, but as we saw tonight, he's all over the field. What have you seen from him just defensively at first?
I mean, obviously, we don't starting pitchers don't watch the game a whole lot. We're underneath in the tunnel, and then but after coming out and then like watching kind of the long AB with legs, and then he's he's a grinder. He's a super smart baseball player. Obviously, we loved having him here, but yeah, maybe not as many 15 pitch ABs. Maybe like 5 or 6. Those are the worst. At that point, you're just like just hit it somewhere or walk or like do something. Let me get to the next guy.
All right.
Thanks, Brian.
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah, really good night tonight. A great way to start, this series here at home. This next 6-game stretch. I thought, both sides of the ball was outstanding. Bryan Wu, what more can you say? Another outing 6+, going 7 tonight. Just really good fastballs, really good stuff. 9 strikeouts. Thought he just attacked the strike zone. He was in control the whole way through, and then. Offensively did a ton of great stuff. A lot of good, tough at-bats. Martin pitched well against us the last time out, but we were really able to put some good at-bats, especially early on him, create some traffic, create some distraction. And then, obviously, Gino's, homers is big. Naylor with a homer. Dom to get us on the board. I mean, just, offensively, putting pressure on them, getting some big blasts and doing the things that we needed to do tonight to score some runs, and it was a good ball game tonight for us.
Dan, 4-1 now since the trade deadline here at home. Do you kind of sense some momentum building with this offense in particular around this clubhouse?
Yeah.
What you guys are doing and you're capable of doing going
I mean,
forward?
yeah, I think I think that we made some changes in the lineup, and I think people are starting to settle into that role, to their roles there, and I think they're starting to feel a little bit more comfortable. We've swung the bat really well here at home, and just starting to gel a little bit. I think obviously the pieces we've added, having those big bats in the lineup is huge, and you see what they did tonight. Being able to strike, and Naylor continuing to he's a really smart, headsy player, able to be aggressive on the bases as well. So just creating a lot of things there, I think we're starting to settle into what our offense can do, and the different pieces that we have, and that's something that we want to continue to do consistently throughout.
You talked before about how your lineup has a good understanding of the strike zone, so bringing Naylor in, you know what he does. He walks a lot, doesn't strike out. How seamless has that made his introduction? Like the fact that you already had that awareness of the strike zone coming into it.
Yeah, I mean, he is a complete player. What he did defensively tonight too was outstanding, and with a bat in his hand, I think it's a good average, has a lot of power, a smart player, and I think the at-bats he's going to put up for us as we go forward are going to be impressive, and a couple of the defensive plays tonight were equally impressive, and what he does on the bases. He's just a really smart player. He picks his spots, but he picks them very wisely, and he's really shown us a ton since he's gotten here, and it's great to see that he's a leader, a guy that is really has been big for us, not just offensively, but in all areas of the game.
Dan, on that double steal, what did you guys see that led to that moment, and just how effective was it in the immediate aftermath? Because Jorge plunks one up the middle there too.
Yeah, I mean, again, those guys being aggressive, and first of all, Gino getting the walk to get on base, being alert to follow up Nails, who got a great jump there at second base, and then put us in a position to score, and that's. Those are 2 huge runs in that moment, and kind of starting to break it open a little bit. We did a great job, I think, adding on tonight as well. But that was a big reason why, just creating the pressure, getting ourselves into a good position to score, and then offensively the guys doing what they needed to do to get them in.
What did you see from Wu tonight? Obviously, we know how good his fastballs are, but it just seemed like he was aggressive in the zone with both of them.
Yeah, this is a good fastball hitting team, and but that's Bryan's, that's his strength, and that fastball is we've talked about how special it is, and tonight was the same against a team that can hit, and The 2, the 4, it was all outstanding. I thought he and Cal did a really nice job, game planning. 7 left-handers, for Wu tonight, with the switch hitters in there. So, I thought he just was able to stick to his game plan, stick to what he does and his strengths, and it really paid off for him tonight.
Compared to other starts, Dan, where he has given up those early solo home runs, and that's kind of snowballed after that. Today he gave up the home run, and then did you feel like he did a better job locating his fastball and his other pitches to not allow another start like that to snowball him?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes we talk about it a lot, but if you're going to get to somebody, it's usually in the first inning, and they were able to get a pitch that was on the plate a little bit and able to drive it out of the ballpark. But outside of that, I thought his command was outstanding, and just wasn't giving them much to hit at all. And when you can command the ball, you can move it like he can. And can ride it at the top of the zone like he can. It's a tough at bat, and he did a really nice job bouncing back from that and really settling in after the home run.
Is Cal okay? Because I know he got hit in the foot in the.
Yeah, he's all right. Yeah.
When we first saw Kenzone, he was a very contact-oriented hitter, made contact all the time, rarely walked. Now he's walking much more. He was also a platoon player, and now he's, getting those everyday starts, getting those left-on-left opportunities. What are you seeing in the growth in his game?
Yeah, Dom has swung the bat really well, and I think part of that is, just his ability to control the strike zone like he does. He's seen a lot of pitches. He's not chasing. And I think he's been able to stay on the pitches away from him really well. And whether it's a right-handed or a left-handed starter or pitcher, he's able to stay on that and use the middle of the field and stay on it. And that's really led to a lot of really nice at-bats by him. We know he's got the power when he gets a count that's in his favor. And he finds the barrel, the ball jumps off his bat, and he's just kind of really done a nice job being a complete hitter. He's been able to use middle of the field. He's been able to turn on some balls for power, but also able to drive the ball the other way at times, and that's been a really big part of his growth, I think, here in his time back here with the Mariners.
Thanks.
Did you expect you were getting such a speed threat in Naylor?
He's smart.